Hello, AfterBuzzers. You're watching the Jane the Virgin After Show on AfterBuzz TV. Tonight we are discussing Chapter 53. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, AfterBuzzers. We're over here with our emoners.
Hey now.
If you know what I mean. Hashtag emoners. I am your host, Stephanie Giorgi. Before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to our page to let us know how you feel. Find us on iTunes, SoundCloud. You know the deal. Otherwise, I will be hosting with the very fabulous
Francesca.
and
Nataly Tividian.
and
Franceli Chapman.
I believe all of you saw their twiddle. Their Twitter handles below. But otherwise, I'm at Stephanie Giorgi.
I'm at XOXOCheska.
And I'm at Nataly Tividian, Nataly with a Y.
I'm at Sally Hangout.
Selly Hangout. So everyone, welcome Franceli Chapman to our panel.
Yay! I'm so excited to join the crew.
Yes, excellent. So tonight's gonna be really exciting. We're gonna have a lot of different opinions, and I'm actually really happy with the way that this episode went. Sometimes there's enough to discuss, other times there's not. Tonight, I feel like we have good things that might go off on little tangents, but that's how the show goes. So let it be.
I was stressed out today. All that stress.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, my sweet girl, because that's where we're gonna start.
I thought we were
Yes. Yes.
Just keep them away
I'm
from
gonna
your
go
eyes.
bathe in essential oils right now.
Yeah,
Keep 'em
girl.
away from your eyes.
And hold on to Benadryl too, because
You never know.
exactly. So Michael, because he was miserable at the desk, he decided that he needs to find a different career path. So he goes with law school.
Yep.
Being a lawyer.
Yep.
That sounds exciting, but everyone thinks they can be a lawyer if they feel like they can argue. So that's always like a weird situation.
I feel like it's a bit extreme.
It is a bit extreme.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know, everyone
not
has this
like
moment in their
a
life where
quick
like, I could be a
training.
lawyer.
Yeah. You think she just woke up one morning and said, I think I'll go to law school today.
And if you're not a good test taker, why do you want to be a lawyer? Because
Exactly.
all you do is take exams.
My friend actually is a lawyer, and she just moved home, so she has to retake her bar in the state that she moved back to. But she was showing me the questions, and like A, B, C, or D, and then it'll be say C is correct, but D is also correct if you argue this way. And she's like, see why these tests don't make any sense?
That's ridiculous.
But I'm like, so what happens when if you selected D? She's like, well, it's wrong because you're supposed to select C.
Yeah.
But D is
I
correct.
was stressed out with my best friend who had to take the bar. Like, I was emotionally going through it with her, and I think they captured it so well in this episode.
sure.
Like, the ups and downs of
Ditto. And then I
law
couldn't
school.
see two of my friends, and I thought they were exaggerating because they
Yeah.
disappeared. I'm like, you guys can come out for like 2 drinks. And they're like, no, we're hibernating.
No, they really can't move away for a minute.
And now that friend is my attorney.
Hey.
Actually, but
Congrats to your friend.
I'm gonna need you to say I need you to be like, say right now, object or something.
I object.
No, use your voice.
Use your lawyer voice.
Yes, no, she has
Objection.
Use your journalist voice. I would totally let you be my lawyer just because of the way you sound.
Oh, because I got the news anchor voice?
Yes.
There you go.
Your Honor.
Does it come out sometimes
Oh,
when I
I
start
love
speaking?
it.
I think it's like
Especially
the
if you're a matter of
microphone.
fact.
Oh,
You're like,
when I'm stating facts.
Yes.
Stating the fact.
Suddenly I turn into a news anchor.
Yes. But I like love it so much.
Like, there it is.
Okay, so Michael stresses us all out. He stresses Jane out, but I don't know. What?
The fan.
Oh, you guys do guys. The girls are tripping out right now because they hear a. If you guys hear
you
that,
don't
I'm
hear
sorry. If you don't, then don't mind the girls, but because they're stressing me out right now. It's just, no. But so yeah, that's a difficult thing, and I don't want to knock him because he's trying something new, and then I feel bad because Jane's like, yes, I would love for you to have this job because it seems a little bit more safer and you're not in the field anymore. But I don't know. This isn't really the
And
best time
everyone's
for it.
adding to it. Like when Bruce was talking
Right.
about how, oh yeah, this is why me and my wife ended. It was
Right.
because of law school. It
And
was
we
because of all
all-
the stress.
Jane is she's crazy like that, like her spiral syndrome. So that was like the worst thing to say to Jane at that moment.
Yeah.
Like,
She was like,
oh, that's it, divorce is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys are gonna be fine. Thanks, Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say that part too? When Bruce was talking, I was listening to him and I was like, yeah, I feel you. He did really, that little part was great.
It was.
Because I was like, oh man, that sucks. Like, this is life. And then Oh my God, what are you talking about? Yeah. But in addition to the job stress, there's the stress of her novel, the stress of Mateo not speaking more than mama and dada. I thought it was ridiculous that his first word was tent, but okay. And then there's Kata, there's Raf, there's Petra. This was just a stress-filled show.
Yes. Hence the yoga's name.
How would you all feel about like your first word? What would you want your child's first word to be?
Mom.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Duh.
Yeah, I think you're biased. You want it to be mom, right?
Right?
I would
Encyclopedia.
love it. I would want it to be. I want it to be papas.
Papas? Like
Not
papas
even
fritas?
like yes, exactly.
Oh, I love French
so
fries.
that like so that daddy will be playing and I'll be like he's not saying
He's not saying daddy. He's saying
French fries.
Yes.
He's saying
Because
papas.
he loves my papas.
Because I love papas too.
I've never
So
thought
I'd be
of
like,
this.
oh, you are my baby. Papas. And then I
Such
would
a
then
fat
call.
soul.
I know, right? I'm like thinking about everything I like with potatoes right now. Okay.
I'm glad. Well, we already went through him saying mom and dad, and she was kind of freaked out about that. So I'm glad it was something like random, like tent.
Which makes you know that he's paying attention and that he's absorbing everything that's happening.
Right.
So it's not like he has a speech impediment.
Right.
Right.
And the tent was like the thing that brought them together, that calmed them down finally.
Right.
So it was fitting.
And apparently he just keeps it in the trunk for whenever he needs
Why
it.
not?
I don't know.
Oh, Michael.
But I thought it was well, so we have the live chat up. Just if anyone's in live chat, what's up, Billie Jean Girl 24 and Riley Rose?
What's up?
Yes, exactly. Riley Rose, thank you. That's the whole reason why I thought that was so weird. Because I'm like, they said tent maybe 2 times.
Right.
And then he's like, oh, tent. So let me pronounce both T's.
Listen, kids pick up everything
man.
so
Yeah, but why did
Let
they
me
pick?
tell you why. I
I'm
thought
surprised
he
he didn't
said
say stress
tits.
first. I thought he said tits
I
too.
thought he said tits. I swear to God. I swear to God. I kept it kind of quiet. I didn't say nothing at the table.
Was it me or
Because I
was-
thought it was being a perv. I was like, ooh.
I was like, that's weird that they would make him say tits.
I did not hear that.
See, me and Steph were in the same team.
I was watching Mateo play in the background there by the tent, and was
Did
it
you see him
me
pick
or
his
was
nose?
he? No, I missed that.
He like kind of like picked his nose.
Was he like extra cute in this episode?
He looks like a goop.
There was something
Gerber.
about
I just
that
want to
kid.
eat him. Yum, yum,
Yeah,
yum,
he
yum.
was like extra adorable.
I feel bad for him though because there is a point in I've always wondered how do you approach a bilingual child? I mean, I
Yes.
grew up. I believe my language,
gotta
my
repeat
first language was
yourself twice.
English, but I always
was
understood
confused.
Spanish because I was spoken to in Spanish. Your second language is
Armenian.
Armenian. Do you still speak Armenian?
I do.
So, like, what was your first language?
It was English and Armenian. It was like kind of at
Yeah,
the same
mine was
time.
both.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom didn't know English till my mom didn't learn English till she was 40. So my mom would only speak to me in Spanish, and my dad would speak to me only in English.
Yes, ditto.
So that I learned both
And
at the
it
same time.
Kind of throws you off.
I think so because
I think kids are so smart that they know this is the grandma I speak this language with, and that's the
Right.
grandma I speak
Yeah.
that language with.
they
It's really
are.
amazing.
I do think that people do need to like put more focus on it though, because I think my issue here, even in Los Angeles, is that there are so many Latinos, not Latinos, other cultures that don't have either language mastered yet, and that's a little bit frustrating to me
Right.
because
Wait, you're saying to focus on what?
to either focus on one or there needs to be some sort of a development on how you can perfect one language. I find myself. I'm 27 years old, and I know y'all probably are thinking, Stephanie, you say things wrong all the time, and I do, but it's just because you're used to just hearing the languages,
Yeah.
and so that's how you learn it.
I agree. I sometimes go back and forth and translate literally from Armenian to English or English to Armenian. It makes
Oh my
like
God.
no sense
Forget
at
about
all.
it. And it's the worst when I ask my mom, like, how do you say this in Spanish? Oh, I don't remember. Mom, you're supposed to be my translator. How you don't remember either? Yeah,
I think it's so good for the brain though, and it was the whole scene with the pediatrician.
Oh, yes.
Who said Mateo might be speaking late because
I
because
thought that was
bilingual.
very
It might
interesting.
come late, but it's gonna come all together.
Yeah.
He's gonna like master 2 languages at once. So that's pretty cool.
I think it's awesome. I do that. I didn't speak Spanish growing up, but I was spoken to in Spanish, but I never spoke it. But it's so weird. Every now and then, just randomly, I'll just start speaking in Spanish.
I love it. I
I'm
find
like,
myself speaking to
what?
you in Spanish all the time, and then I'm like, is she understanding me? Because I always want to. It just depends on like the comfort. I'm pretty sure I've said a couple of things to you in Spanish also.
Yeah, all the time.
I know.
You're honorary.
She is
I'm an
honorary.
honorary Latina.
I wish. I mean,
get
I
it all the
can.
time, and I'm always like, sorry, my parents are horrible. They didn't teach me.
They
They're
didn't
one of
teach
those.
me. I get the opposite reaction. People just stare at me when I start speaking Spanish, and they're like,
Oh right, because we're in California. Though, that's why. Because you're Dominican.
They're like, oh my God, your Spanish is so good. Where you learn? I'm like, I am. I'm like, well, black people, we are everywhere, including the Spanish islands. We're everywhere.
I feel you. That's always a troublesome thing too. When someone asks, they don't ask you where you're from. They're like, oh, how did you learn? And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, so I'm just an educated young girl to you.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so there's the language thing, and there's the stress that continues with Mateo.
Right.
And then we have a couple of things here that was really nice. Continuing with words, his mother's really good with words, Jane, and she has the novel.
Right.
Yes.
She finishes the novel. She tells Xiomara about it, and
Good
Xiomara
transition
says,
I like it.
Thank you. Thank you. She talks to Xiomara about it, and Xiomara says, you know, I loved the novel. However, Alba, or, you know, Abuela, I don't know if she's going to like it because... And it's a daughter. I think she was probably right in every sense of like the way, but there's been so much happening that it's awesome that it didn't end up being that way. That means that Alba's having progress, which I think really helps with everything that's going on and her having a job. A lot of times our elderly foreign background needs to be put out there more so they can kind of see things a little bit better. And then I got so emotional.
Oh my goodness,
scene
you
was
had
so cute.
tears in your eyes.
Well, because it was just, I could imagine like wanting the approval of her.
Yes.
And we all know Alba as a character. She's our
She's
rock.
the rock.
Yeah, she
She
holds
knows.
everything
Grandma's
together.
I mean, we saw how upset she got when she told her that Kat had contacted her and that she showed up. She was so mad about her
And she had every
reaching
reason
out
to
and
be.
looking. And so I definitely was not expecting
And
Abuela
like,
to
she's
act
the
like
reason this show is what it is. She's the reason Jane remained a virgin and
Yes.
So long.
because
Yes.
of
Yep.
tips from grandma, and
Yeah.
to finally have that approval, that was huge.
Super huge.
And for me, I love the fact that this is happening and the importance of telling our stories, and then how like it's so crazy how literally today is the episode where she talks about the importance of telling our stories, and today Gina Rodriguez signed a deal with
Yes.
CBS. I
was
so
saving
go
that for
ahead,
news and
Gina.
gossip.
Go and tell our stories.
You know what?
I said I was saving that for news and gossip.
Oh, well,
We'll
you know,
continue
I
it.
was,
We'll continue
I
it.
was happy about that. I'm just saying.
But that is
was-
crazy how that worked out. You're right.
Yeah.
And it was just, but it was wonderful to hear Alba say, you know, todo lo que pasó, everything that happened was
Right.
worth it now. All of
Yeah.
this nonsense because you wrote it beautifully. And I'm happy
Right.
that she said that even the part where you said that I took the necklace, even though I didn't, she didn't take it to heart. She understood it for the sake of writing, but she saw the beauty in writing, which I think means that when she was reading, she was captured in this own thing that was
Right.
about her.
Right.
Yeah, and she
she
was
knows
totally
it's-
okay with her artistic license.
Yes.
Go ahead. Do
But
it.
that's life, isn't it? Like we go through so much in life, and life gets crazy, and then you reflect on it and think, wow, like this happened not to me but for me,
Right.
and happened for a purpose, and it can be used for something, and I can be used for a greater purpose than myself. And so
Absolutely.
this family dynamic and everything they've gone through has been used for a purpose. Jane's now hopefully going to become a best-selling author. So
Yeah, exactly. I'm so excited. Wait till Franceli starts dropping some knowledge on us. Something's gonna come up. I was telling our mutual friend today, I was like, watch, she's gonna start preaching on the show.
oh my God. Tú sabes, you know, Latinos, we get to. I have a direct connection with Jesus.
So then that was so beautiful to see that happen. So nice to see. I love when Gina cries. I don't know why,
But she cries every episode.
Oh my God,
But
she's
guess
so
what? She does it so
emotional.
good every episode.
It's just
Just taking me. Okay.
I feel like you can pinpoint her different cries too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like each one is different.
yeah.
There should be like
Yeah.
how we saw the face chart
Yes.
from the reactions of Winona Ryder the other night.
Oh
there
my
should be
God.
a Jane crying face chart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then we'll see what happens, even though Jane started to break down the novel due to the stress that she had with Michael, and she's just not ready to kind of let it
She
go
needs
yet.
to calm down. When you're an artist, nothing is ever going to be perfect.
Yeah.
That's what makes her an
For real.
artist.
I was gonna
true.
say, do you guys ever? I experience that all the time. I'll be in the middle of something and be like, just done. I put it down. I'm done. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel as passionate as I did in the beginning, or what?
Right.
What about this and this and this? And then you just
Or you start seeing the negativity in it, just like, no, that's whack. Or I
Self-doubt.
already know how someone else is going to see it.
right.
I wrote just on deadlines, so you kind of just have to be like, this
That's
is it.
true.
This is
I was
all
gonna
have for
say you're
you.
probably good at perfecting quick and boom.
It's never perfect though. You always look back and go, I could have done this, I could have done that, but this is it. This is what I have in the moment. So let's put it out there and see how people respond.
That's so much pressure.
It is,
Yeah,
but I
it's
like
a lot of
that.
pressure.
I can't survive without deadlines. It's get this done
Honestly,
in 2 hours.
I think
wish.
I sometimes I wish that I was back in school where I had like so much more structure.
Right.
So when you're an adult, when you're an
Yeah.
adult, it's freaking hard to adult.
You have
Yeah.
to put deadlines on yourself.
Adulting is real.
It's super.
And that's great how
thing.
Jane did that though. How like it was like 20 years later, and the old professor, give me a page, Miss Villanueva. You know, so it was like, because that's real. Because we'll just procrastinate and it'll never get done.
Man, now I feel really guilty for all the things I've been putting, like dishes. I have a whole sink full of dishes.
Put deadlines.
Right now.
Deadlines on yourself. for
Write some
everything.
goals. Commit to those dishes.
It's
some
funny you
books to
brought up
finish.
dishes because every time I wash dishes, I go, "Why I could wash the dishes, but I can't do anything else."
That's because
No,
you're washing
there
the
won't
dishes.
be
That's your
dishes in the
priority.
sink, but like it'll always be clean. I'm like, but I can't. Why can't I clean my room? Or why can't I do this other project? You know?
Whenever when I was in school, if I cleaned, that was because I was procrastinating on
Oh sure.
any
yeah.
schoolwork. But now I don't have any schoolwork. So
you
you gotta
just
clean.
procrastinate.
So right now, what she's trying to say is Francesca's chilling. Okay, so then there's that's the book. Hopefully she finishes it. We're gonna push that out of the way, and then we have. Now we get a segue into emoners. Hashtag
Emoner.
Hashtag Rena. I taught you that one. It's boner backwards.
It's funny. Last week I was dying when she said that.
Rena. I love that because more, the times change and the way we are as people change and how we are affectionate changes.
Right.
And Emoner's so perfect for now because it would have never been perfect for later. Meaning, we're so quick. No, I mean for later, for before. Excuse me. You see what I mean? Tripping on my words. No, it's so perfect now because we tend to rush into things. We have things so
Instant
it's just
gratification.
instant gratification.
seriously.
Physical.
And guess what? I'm assuming that for men, sometimes it can be quite instant too. Boop, but it be popping up just like that, right?
It just pops.
It pops up. So
It's so much deeper.
your
It's so
face.
much
It's
deeper
so much
than the physical. When he's like, I have an emoner. I have an emotional boner.
Yeah.
I
Right.
really like this woman.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
it's there.
I want to have
I love her, by the way.
Emoners.
So do I. I really do.
I really like her, and I'm kind of sad that I like her. Like,
Why?
I don't
Because
like that I like
you want her, you want him to be with
Because I
Xiomara.
want- exactly.
Understood. Well, we're gonna bring up the dynamic of the three. So we see Darcy this entire. The first 2 episodes has been like a very strong person. She knows what she wants. She knows what she's doing. She has her own business. She's that type of a woman. But I love it when you finally get to see a little bit of vulnerability. We all have it as women. Xiomara comes into play because Rogelio goes off on a rant, and of course they go to Zoe because she's been there for longer, which is crazy because we could have
she's
never
the
said that
only
before.
person.
You're the only person who can calm him down during a time like this. Can you please help him out? And every female's like, but I want to know him that
Right.
way.
Everyone wants
Right.
to be that person.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
What did you think of that? Were you happy secretly? You're like, good, Darcy, see
No,
that.
I thought
or
of
were
it-
you like, ooh, that sucks?
No, I didn't even think about it in that kind of like aspect. I
Right.
just thought of they have become a unit over the last season, coming together, even though they're broken up, and they've gone kind of back and forth this whole time. They have come together as a family and kind of as best friends.
Right.
So I think it's really always going to be like that. And for Darcy, immediately she reacted like every female
Would have.
most females
You're
at
not
least.
over your ex.
You're like, whoa,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Am I always going to be competing with her?
But what's that about? Like, exes can't be friends, without people always feeling threatened.
We're talking about this. Did you just say no?
Okay, bring your baggage to the table.
No,
She's
say
really
it.
serious about that.
Well, no, say
no,
that.
because
Yeah.
I just feel like that happens so often where it's like you almost you feel conflicted that you almost can't even tell your partner that you're friends with an ex without them automatically assuming. Well, either he's trying to get back with you or you trying to get back with him, because if it's over, it's over.
The baggage won't fit in the overhead compartment.
And I'm just like, but there are situations where, like, we were friends before, we tried to date, it didn't work out.
Right.
It was mutual, like Xiomara, that was a mutual agreement. It's not that man, we hate each other, or man, we have to be together. It's like, listen,
We have to accept this.
We have to accept that it's not going to work based on where we are in life. It just doesn't match up.
Right.
The things you want and the things I want don't go together. And so if that doesn't work out, I have to be your enemy? That doesn't make sense. I want us to be cool.
Right.
And I think it's fine that they're cool. And any woman that comes into his life needs to be able to go with the program.
Right.
Like,
But even Xiomara in the last episode, she felt some type of way
Right.
also. She reacted a certain way.
but I think it's all ego.
It is all ego. However, I still want to hear your reason as to why you feel like initially no. Because I have a friend, our mutual friend, who says, no, you can't be friends with ex.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Listen.
She'll say, but like I have plenty of girlfriends and they're fine saying that. They don't. I think there's a lot of girls like you and I who are like, man, peace
We're
and
a lot
love, and like
open-minded.
we
Yeah,
want
for
we
sure.
want to be that way. But
Yeah.
then I admire women who are like, no,
Yeah, we're shutting
you're
it down.
not. We're shutting it down. You don't need a bunch of girlfriends because you got me, baby, and you can have just your guy friends. So like, what is your? How do you feel about it?
I think I love so passionately that I feel like once that's been there, once your heart's been so invested in someone,
Yeah.
you cannot go back. You need to cut that person out. But this is a very different situation than dating
stressed.
somebody and having a boyfriend or a girlfriend. They have a daughter together. They're already a family.
Yeah.
So I love the dynamic here. I actually felt bad for Darcy when I saw that moment.
Yeah.
You know, as much as I'm very like, nope, exes should not be friends. They should have a distance though. They should keep their
should.
distance.
You're right.
They should not be dating out in the open. They shouldn't be flaunting their new loves and their new relationships or kissing in front of each other. All that said, I did feel bad for Darcy.
Yeah.
I could feel for her.
I agree because at a certain point when Darcy was like, you know, I know the rules. I was thinking she was gonna end it just to be like, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
The same way that you said, different points in different lives. Like I would never ask him. It's the father of your child, like
Right.
you know, especially because it was so fresh. So I feel you. I also feel bad for Darcy because I knew she was right, and it was like, oh, she has to say goodbye to this. Like it works, but he doesn't even know it because Jaime, Reino gets so excited in the moment, and if you know him, you would know to be a little bit wary of where his heart's gonna be, even if
Darcy
it's with you.
has to be cautious though.
She does.
She really does.
It
And I
is-
would have reacted just like her. I'm very impulsive and I would have been like, peace out, I'm out, I can't deal with this.
And
Nope.
she reacted exactly how I would. If I felt ever threatened, I would be the same way she was at dinner
know.
with him. Like,
Francesca was
Picking
calling
and
it. She's like,
nagging.
oh, she's mad. Yeah.
immediate, and it's not even, it's an insecurity though. That's honestly, you're being insecure about it, which is understandable, especially if you're just like trying to figure each other out.
Yeah.
You know,
So early on.
but that is something she has to factor in, and she's willing to
I love
Take
his
it
advice
on.
at the dinner table where he was like, not all at once.
Beautiful.
Like first date.
Okay,
slow
so
down.
I'm gonna piggyback off
That's
of that.
so good.
I want to go into Darcy's rules because they're dope. Every time she drops a
Darcy's
rule,
dope.
rules.
Deal.
Yeah.
Can we
Every
have
time,
this book?
every time she drops these rules, it cracks me up because they're almost meant to sound ridiculous, but they're the realest rules you could ever hear.
Yeah.
When she
don't
said,
order food that you can't eat on a
Thank-
date.
that's when I wrote. I was like, don't eat something you look ugly eating.
Dude, I always think
And
about
I
that
have to-
when I'm eating with even just guy friends. I'm like, dude, am I looking all crazy? 'Cause I just eat.
For anyone who thinks that that's not true, it's true because once someone told me, they're like, Stephanie, you know, when you eat, he's like, you really look like you enjoy it. Like you're enjoying yourself. But I feel like if you were my girlfriend, I would be embarrassed.
Listen,
Swear to
listen,
God, he said
listen,
that to me.
Listen, I'm the worst.
Swear.
Since college, people are like, Sally, your food's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Did I eat like I'm in jail?
Yeah, yeah.
like no one's fed me before. Like
Yeah.
I can't. I go in. It's serious. It's a serious situation.
It is a
I'm
serious
the
situation.
complete opposite. I'm terrified to get like down and dirty and like
But
eat
if
with
I
my
really,
hands.
really like a guy
Ditto.
on the very first date, I'm like,
I'm all ribs. Yes, I'm using.
I have a water with lemon, thanks. 2 lemons because that's my entree.
very quaint. Okay, honey.
You're cutting chicken.
Oh my God, my napkins on my lap.
Yeah.
I'm going really slow. It takes me forever to eat my food. And the guy's like, oh my God, like, you take forever. I'm like, I know.
Wait,
Actually,
but wait
crab
till you let
legs look
those little
fine.
pieces out. Well, okay, so now to go back to what you were
Yeah.
saying, how he said, you know what?
Not all at once.
Yeah, not all at once, because she's right. So now there's been like this whole we had the Women's March recently, and there's been discussions like some women are thinking that the new wave of feminists are ridiculous and they're exaggerated, and then other people are like, shut up, you don't know, who cares. There's this whole big fight. Right.
We're not getting into the.
We're not getting into it.
politics
Yada
right
yada
now.
yada yada. So I heard one person say it was a girl who I thought was very stupid when she was talking about this. But one thing I liked was she said, all women are trying to act like men, but be treated like women. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And I liked that part because she says, look, I'm just trying to tell you, like, if you want to be with me, then you better like me for all of me. And we've gone obsessed into this mentality because we've been through so much, and now everyone's so free and so open. And it's almost, femininity is not even seen as something so nice anymore because it's used against us too much, which is too bad, because that is what is the beauty of a woman, because a man can't offer that to you. Right. I mean, not all men. Some men, damn, they got it down, but but I'm just saying. So I thought it was funny because you could see the traditional mentality of Rogelio where he doesn't mind it. Mm-hmm. You know, show me these good sides, and then little by little,
you sneak it in.
Yeah. And he said it so sincere, and we were like, oh my God, I love you.
Yeah, that's real. That's
so
real.
sweet.
He's like a little kid, but grown up.
It is, and I think it's very true because it makes me think about the movie Hitch when Will Smith says that. Me too. It's so brilliant because he says everyone has a chance. You just have to be in the proper opportunity so that person can see you where they could see you.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
I gotta rewatch this movie.
Are you talking
you don't
about
remember
the
that?
grill in the beginning of the movie where he says any man has the opportunity to sweep any woman off?
Yes.
He's just gotta have the right broom.
He's got perfect, the right broom, the right broom. Like, let her see you where she wants to see you, or what interests her. Mm-hmm. And that's why I used to always tell people, like, it's not, some people are fake, but some people also just know how to show the side of them that other person will understand. Right. You're not going to understand every side of me. So I thought that was really great, and I feel that's why I like Darcy's rules, because as much as matchmaking things, I would never do it, but that's why they kind of work, because some people are really basic and they need these like simple rules, but they work. Yeah. So anyways, Darcy, you're dope. We love you as the supporting actress in the show. Okay. Then continuing. Now we're not going to go to So Very Nice, to the very BITCH. See you next Tuesday, girls. And I meant it. Gata.
But
Gata.
Her, and Petra kind of like changed vibes this episode, though.
Yeah.
They flipped on us again.
Oh,
This
we'll
alliance.
never know with Petra. She's the one that we want, but we can't have, kind of a thing.
It's always like bloop, bloop,
I love you so much, but then I hate you. But then it's like, oh, I like you better
remember
than
when we
Gata.
started really liking her, and now we're just confused.
Yeah, she's
we don't
back.
know what's happening with her. But
She's back
part
to
of
the
you feels
original
bad.
Petra.
Yeah, but I loved her in the elevator because I was like, oh, good. If anyone's gonna take Gata down, it's gonna be Petra.
Yeah.
But then like Gata smiled all cute, and then she's like, Petra's like, I'm discombobulated right away. Like, oh God. So
Kind of did take her down.
who,
sort of.
Petra?
Yeah, she's leaving.
Well, she's leaving because Rob
Is
put
she
his
leaving?
foot down.
Yeah. Well, because Gata tried to
Is she
still was
leaving?
manipulating on top of manipulating. But you see how people, women are. Yikes.
Is she leaving?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yikes, you see how men are the one last hurrah?
Man, listen. Men fall
I'm leaving
for
tomorrow. You want to go out? Yes, of course I do. You're leaving tomorrow.
Men fall for the okie doke every time. No, I just got a point because it's a very important point. I just don't understand. Like, I just want them to think with this head, please.
Yeah.
No,
The
they
one
don't.
above the waist.
Yes, please.
Nope.
But
Doesn't exist.
But I will say, when Raph was thinking with this head, and he said,
It's funny because the brain's actually down there also for him. It's that little.
when he said someone who I like very much but isn't exactly trustworthy. Like, it's like he took responsibility for saying, okay, I have these emotions and I have these feelings, but I need to learn how to separate my feelings and figure out what's best for me right now. And I think that, man, that's where we all gotta get a hold
Me
of
too.
them
But,
emotions.
but that happens with friendships too, where you know you like someone. Like, I know you're a dope person. Damn, but you're a compulsive liar, and I can't really F with you like that because you're gonna screw me over. You
or
know?
your energy or your vibe or where you are in life
And
is
it's
starting
just
to put
too
a
bad.
damper
Like,
on mine.
nothing against you, but
Right.
because that is too bad because they do have a little bit of something.
Yeah.
However,
They do.
Raph is ours, so back up.
Yeah.
I mean, not.
He's smart.
He's James.
Riley Rose says, I was mad at Petra then by the end when she was talking about her babies, it made me feel sorry for her.
It's true.
And you know,
that was a nice moment.
She always does
we
that
were liking Petra when she was kind of slowly becoming motherly.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we realized this whole time she's acting crazy, it's because of her motherly it's
Instinct.
a motherly instinct.
Right.
And yeah, she was just about to bond with her babies, and Aneska did what
Stole
she did
that.
and stole that from her, and so she's just really trying to get that back. But she's freaking out because she doesn't even know who she is anymore.
Right.
So
And she's still pissed off that
No one
nobody
noticed.
noticed that was her the entire time.
But it makes me so mad when something like that happens, because why wouldn't you reflect upon yourself at that moment?
Exactly.
Why wouldn't
Take
you think
responsibility.
like while you're sitting there?
damn, just beat her while she's down, guys.
No,
but-
it's real because
you're sitting there for that many months.
People
and-
spend so much time being the victim.
Right.
Why did this happen to me? Back to what I was saying before. It's happening for you, not to you. And it gives you an opportunity. Every interaction is a mirror. People are our mirrors. So
Yes.
like, okay, what's rising up on the inside of me?
That is deep.
Yeah, it's good.
That is
I thought it was
Rising up on the
I'm sitting here and I'm like, ooh, a good one.
you know, thank you very much. And that's
Can we rewind? Go back.
But that's so real, because it's like, if something you've said or done to me rolls something up for me, then it's a trigger.
Yeah.
So I got to figure out like, why are those
Absolutely.
buttons being pushed on the inside of me, and I got to do some self-evaluation. Petra need to take some responsibility.
She really does. That's
how I feel.
That's
Welcome
good.
to the team, girl.
Yeah. Ow.
I'm bringing some flavor in your ear. Straight New York.
Love it.
Straight New York.
Straight New York in the house.
Oh my gosh. I wish you guys all heard her New York accent before.
The artificial one or the
No,
natural one?
she said, what was it? The Italian one? I don't know. No, but that's true. That's why I got a little bit upset, because while you're sitting there, and if no one's noticing, it's not because these people are all horrible.
Right.
You know, it's because you were absent in that way.
Yeah.
And that's and because you're gone, you're still that's what you saw. The little bit that Aneska was giving was the little bit that Petra was giving, and
Right.
that's the reason why they didn't notice. So that was really crazy. But we finally got Gata out. We'll hope. Gata was up in
Gata
everyone's
saca
business.
patas.
Yeah.
She gotta go.
She sure does. So we'll see. And then we don't really know what's going on with Raph, because at the end we see that Scott is with Aneska, and
They got married,
Oh my
y'all.
God.
Oh, and the
Crazy.
shredded addendum to the
Yeah.
to the birth.
I didn't see
Take
that
that.
coming.
And we found
Back
out that Petra
together.
did get rid of it, so she was just trying to look out for
Right.
herself and for her babies.
Right.
I knew. Well, we saw Scott creeping around the corner when she was walking out with the will, so I knew he was gonna have it. But how did they get married so fast? They're not in Vegas.
What? You can just go to any court.
Right. Make it do what it do.
But I'm trying to
Ain't
figure
nothing-
out what they're gonna do, because right now even Petra thinks Aneska's gone, but Aneska's now Scott Vest. What's his last name? I just call him Vest.
Yeah,
Vest.
that's what it
Just
is.
call him best.
Aneshka Vest.
Yeah. Oh, he said
No, he said-
Angeletti. He said
No, he said
Angeletti or something
He
like
said his
that.
last name. He
Yeah,
said
with
it.
a little bit of an
remember.
accent too. I was like, "Where are you from, Scott?
Right? What's your real backstory?
What's your real backstory?
But
Or
then-
how did you learn?"
How'd you learn what happened? But one thing that I did not like about this episode
¿Qué fue?
is the disrespect.
The kid.
Oh yes.
How you don't say goodbye to
Oh yeah, I told you that. I don't know why it
From
bothered
Catalina.
me. Yeah, when Catalina didn't say bye to Alba and Xiomara.
Well, I mean,
that
she
was
just
Listen,
did this
sure.
instead of the hug and
I
the
don't
kiss.
care what kind of beef is going on. You pull something like that in my family,
yeah.
somebody's throwing a chancleta at you. Like, just don't do that.
But it was just funnier too that Alba didn't say anything even after she left. Like, they're from Venezuela. That's something very like, oh, so she wants to leave and not say goodbye. Okay.
I think they
no,
still
no.
don't trust
Please
her.
leave.
So yeah,
They don't.
were like,
I know, but
okay,
still.
But
bye.
still,
It's
not
principle.
where I'm from.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it is. You can hate each other, and you still, sion tia, sion mami, like you. that's just-
Bendición. Say the whole
Bendición.
word.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. Like you.
Sorry, Dominicans love to be cutting everything out.
Sorry, sion tia. You know, that's what, and then they say Dios te bendiga. You know, like.
Yeah. Just keep doodling over there. I'm just saying. Okay, good. Wonderful discussion, ladies.
Yeah.
I really feel like we were able to Mrs. Vest.
Mrs.
Right,
Vest.
hey, and let's give a round of applause to Riley Rose. Thank
Riley
you for being there with us.
Thank you, Riley Rose.
To the end.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, girl. But make sure to share and talk about us on Twitter, Facebook,
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
of your
yeah,
social
yeah.
media.
Namaste away. That was the other hashtag from this show.
Namaste away.
Namaste away, cat. So annoying.
Oof. Yes, absolutely.
If I was in a yoga class,
Oh my God.
that happened.
And then Jane gets kicked out.
Yeah.
What's up with
They
that?
don't kick people out of
Instructors
yoga
wouldn't
classes.
do
They
that.
don't. But I also would have been so mad at Kata, and I've been like, you don't see yourself right now, what you're doing? I'm downward dog right now, and you're trying to talk to me.
I'm downward dog.
Trying to find my zen.
I'm like, I can't even do a vinyasa because you're up in my grill. Can I say hello to the sun?
Wait,
That sounded all wrong. Everything about that took me to a whole other place.
Oh, really? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of actual yoga pose, like vinyasa, salutation.
You see where my mind.
to the sun. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, thank you.
no, really
I don't know
fast.
what you guys are talking about.
We completely forgot to talk. It was Tiago's last
Scene.
scene. The series is done.
It's over.
Yeah. So what's
next?
Rogelio gonna do next?
¿Cómo te sientes? How do you feel about it? I feel good. I feel great. Good. Please stop with your novelas.
Oh my God.
Work on having a baby.
It's a telenovela.
And
And we found our zen.
we found our zen. I think that's good. We're gonna see. Dang, this bee is.
Yeah, I
getting-
know.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who it is? It's me.
It's
Oh hell no!
He's letting us know we can't be meddling anymore. Francesca.
in the conversation. Stop talking.
Did you watch
missed
last
it.
week's episode?
I missed
Okay,
it.
yeah.
When they're buzzing.
Sorry. So
Sorry,
He had
I
a
was
sock
snowed
puppet.
in.
we look like Dutta does right now.
He had a sock puppet and it was a bee.
And it's buzzing.
And it sounded like this the entire
Yeah.
I'm
time.
left out right now.
She's like, oh, wait.
What's happening?
Okay,
I was snowed in last week, everyone.
yeah, but that looked
I
so
really
dope.
was.
It really looked
I
awesome.
was.
Okay, so that was pretty much what happened in chapter 53. Jane and Michael leave off happy as they always do because they're the perfect couple.
Oh God.
They are the perfect couple.
Ooh.
Natalie,
Somebody.
look at my eyes real
Tell
quick.
them why you mad.
Roll 'em.
Tell them why you mad, Natalie. Tell them why you mad.
I know. Sorry, everyone. Franceli is Team Raf, and I know you. And then Francesca's like, "We are not talking about this during the show." And then Natalie was like, "What? Another one?"
Yeah.
So we won't talk about it. We'll just talk about the show. But we just
You
need
guys
to
need
know.
me here because I love Michael.
Yeah, I love Michael
we
too.
love
We are
Michael
so
too.
great.
I never said I didn't like him.
But they just look like they're like they're homies.
But they're already an old married
Yeah,
couple
they
before
are.
they even got married.
Yeah.
I want to find
They're
that.
just so perfect together. They don't
girl.
care if they lost everything
Girl,
and
does
lived in a
that
little
exist
hut
for real?
because love conquers all and money's the root of all evil.
No, the only thing I know is el amor no existe. Sorry, Plan B, you have to watch it. Oh, that sounds bad too. But that's a band.
That's an extra
a
group.
band. It's a group.
It's a group.
Yikes.
It's not what you get
All
the morning
right,
after.
news and gossip.
I can't.
AfterBuzz TV News.
That's tight that I can do that and it goes. Okay, so bring
So
it back
Gina,
to us. Continue. Elaborate.
Bring it back. So Gina has her production group, which is called I Can and I Will.
Oh, right.
And so she
Part of
signed
her
a
first
deal,
speech.
yeah, with CBS. So they're gonna be putting, shows together that
yeah.
have, more diverse casts
Love it.
and women just
Woo! Que
putting
salen
up.
los Latinos and the Armenians. That's what we need. We have
Yes.
so many
Yes.
beautiful,
And more-
talented Armenians up in Los Angeles.
Right.
They're probably on the show. What is Justin Baldoni? I forgot. He told us the last time he came in. He's like Italian and something. Italian Armenian, I think.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Where did that's a
They're probably on what show? What show are we putting them on?
I know, right?
What show are we putting
No, I
them
don't know. I was just saying it.
So
we
wait,
got in
what's
LA.
what's the deal with CBS?
so they're like that they're gonna produce programs like her production company is
Inked a
exclusively
deal.
with CBS and they're gonna so CBS has
And that's
Gonna pump
incredible
out her
because,
stuff.
That
this is
is
someone
awesome.
who came from a showcase, won the showcase, kept going, didn't stop.
Right.
And now, and for, like minorities out there, it's incredible. Like, to keep going. And a woman.
Yes.
and she's she also wants to write a book, and she's working on a book actually, much like Jane.
Yes.
And it's also titled the same as her production, I Can and I Will, Tools My Daddy Gave Me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
I got
it.
chills.
I love her relationship with her father. It's just epic.
Amazing.
Goals.
Okay, well then, predictions, please. Let's. What do we feel like is gonna happen? There's not much that they showed us for the preview for next week, but we can predict off of just what was in this episode.
Okay.
What do you think? Do we have any predictions, ladies?
I see more camping.
Yeah.
Tent.
Stars. I hope the next one's stars.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rogelia's really gonna go through with this baby.
Yeah.
Ooh, good
Yeah, I
one.
don't think so either.
I wonder what's gonna happen with Darcy. I just don't want her to be hurt because she got emotionally excited.
Emotionally.
Yeah, and
Good way to place that.
it's just like, oh, too bad. You know, no one deserves that. But here's the thing though. This is the worst part. That people can't let. That's what stops people from trying things now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Put
now,
walls
like
up.
they put walls up. It's like, no, I don't even want to deal with it. But then you don't ever deal with anything. So,
Right.
Just do it.
Right.
You know,
You'll
and that's
get
why
hurt and then you'll get over it.
What's the
exactly. But I
worst
think
that
that's
can
why
happen?
men.
It's better to wait. What is it?
It's better to love than
Loved
to
and
have
lost
loved.
and to never have loved at all.
See,
Yeah.
there you go.
And I
Y'all
think
got
the
it.
issue also falls for like men nowadays, like how a lot of women we wish that we were courted or that we were approached first.
Right.
You know, but rejection has become a thing also.
Right.
Why that's like, you know what? I'm not gonna go until I really know she's into me. But why
Can we just do it the old-fashioned way and go to
is a two-way
the
street.
dance?
Yeah.
At the town hall.
Yeah.
You know, in our little
Let's do it.
Yeah.
do the
Do
twist.
the twist and the mashed potato. The mashed potato.
What are they called?
They're
Called something. The
What?
little dances that like back in the day, like
The
church
sock
would-
the sock hops.
No, like
The Charleston.
no, that's dance moves. I'm talking about the dances that
Like the disco?
like groups like church would hold for the local.
The Sadie dance.
The Sadie Hawkins. No,
Sadie-
that's
No,
the
I'll
girl
think of it
skinny
after we
boy.
leave. But yeah, like that kind of
After
stuff.
we leave. Okay. Well, but we didn't say any that was it. I guess our predictions were Rogelio. Darcy and Rogelio are not going to be together. That's where we're at.
Billie
Okay.
Jean, girl, stay with us to the end as well, and she says that Petra should have burned the will
I
instead of shredding it.
agree.
Honestly, who shreds? Seriously, if I ever shred stuff, I take like a quarter and put it in the trash that week, and then the next week I put the rest of the quarter, and then I might take a third of it to
You
like
tear it and
when
then
I
shred
go out to eat somewhere, I drop it in their trash. I'm not. You don't put all the whole
That's what
thing.
you do?
No.
Yes, I swear to God.
Yeah, because people go through garbage.
Yes.
It's real.
Wait, no shredder. No shredder shreds that perfectly though.
It's like identity theft. It
La
happens.
cara de ella right now was so good. She's like, no. It's okay, Francesca. Yeah, you're right. She said that.
That's how you get rid of
The
it.
shredders literally shred them
Yes,
exactly
in perfect
like that.
order.
Well,
Like,
some of them get a little crazier.
That's when you
Nah,
it's all
take
jacked up.
scissors.
Soak it in the
putting
tub.
different.
No, I'm just kidding.
I just laid in the trash perfect. I'm like, it's in the trash.
Stephanie's social security number.
I was at the nail salon and I had to say it out loud. I was like, and like everyone's watching me. I was like, I hope no one knows that I'm yelling my social security right now.
They were like this.
Yeah, I know.
Just writing up your receipt, darling.
Just writing it down your receipt. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's gonna. Oh, that in it. My last little prediction is that you agree with me. We both still see. Sorry, a little something between Petra and Raf.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
I
which
think-
it wouldn't be bad because then it makes us start with what the show started with. But
And
at
they
the same
have
time,
2 kids. I know he only has one with Jane, and I want him to be with Jane. But he
And
has 2 kids with
and
Petra.
Mateo's first word associates with Michael,
Right.
or third word associates with Michael. Okay, well, whatever. I guess we'll see next week. Otherwise, ladies, starting with Franceli, where can they find you on social media?
Oh my goodness,
Thank you for
everybody.
coming, too.
This was an awesome first show. Thanks for having me on Jane the Virgin. And you can buzz me at Selly Hangout.
And you can find me everywhere at Nataly Tividian.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, XOXO. I was going to spell it out and say it at the same time. CESCA. There we go.
And you can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi. And here next week for the Jane the Virgin After Show. Thank you so very much. We love you guys. Deuces.
Ciao.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.